evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. We are back again on TDV channel Diaspora here in Italy. Here, this evening we have continued our third segment of the discussion concerning the political situation in Edo State. Today, as usual, I have three guests with me today. We will be online with my brother from Australia, Brother Jeff Usayande, and Sister Abiyiwa Iyamu from Houston, Texas. We are also waiting to hook up with us our very good brother Joseph Odiase from UK. In the last episode, we talked with two guests on our studio here. Today, we are having three. At the moment, we have two ready to start with us. Please, Mr. Jeff, are you there with us?
I'm listening.
Good. Please, can you introduce yourself to the audience, please?
Yeah. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and good afternoon, good evening in Nigeria and Europe countries. My name is Ambassador Jeff Usayande, based in Melbourne, the CEO of Part an African Girl.
Wow. Okay, you're welcome, sir, to the show. My next on the list is my beloved sister from Houston, Texas. Sister Abiyiwa, please. Are you there with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Please, can you introduce yourself to the audience, please?
Yes, my name's Abiyiwa Iyamu. I live here in Houston, Texas, in the United States.
Wow, you're welcome. Let me basically let you know, because we've been here before. This is the third time we are talking about this gubernatorial elections in Edo State. That is the power tours in Edo State. Everybody's watching us worldwide. Okay, so this is a situation where we are very close to the election date. And today I decided to fix out, or at least try to invite my very big brother. First of all, let us thank him first for his time, because it's just 4 a.m. in Australia right now. So it is a very odd time for him, but for the passion he has for the state, he decided to be with us today on this very good day. So my sister too lives in Houston, Texas. The time is more favorable to her, and myself. Ladies and gentlemen, please, Mr. Jeff, who is your candidate that you are supporting or representing, you want to see carry the bill of the governorship election? Who do you want to at least emerge as a governor in Edo State?
Yeah, as one of the voice of the people, yeah. I stand with Zayam based on his political agenda, and the fact that would lack a lot of substance in his agenda and what he stands for.
Okay.
I understand a lot of things being said in the media, but I'm there with him in person, because not as a political party, but because of his political stance.
Okay.
Yeah.
But can you be able to enlighten us a little bit that what you see in Pastor Iyamu that has convinced you that he can do better than the existing governor we have now in Edo State? That is the person of Obaseki, who is on board right now. Tell us a few characteristics of Iyamu, and let us know exactly why you have to trust or convince people to vote for him.
Yeah, it's very simple. See, one straight date is enough for me to be convinced by any political aspirant or political office holder.
Yeah.
If you are elected to govern, you are elected to look after the life and properties of the people.
Okay.
The government of the people, by people and for the people.
Yeah.
Not a government of a tyranny, or a government that does not listen. You know, I follow Iyamu over the years.
Okay.
And at some point, I have also clashed with him.
Wow.
Indirectly or directly, in this political space these guys are all trying to occupy. Now, if you look at the current situation in Edo State, when Obaseki was elected, he was elected based on continuation of government,
Okay.
irrespective of what he is fixing right now. And people base their argument on qualifications.
Okay.
I base my argument on stuff and what you can see on ground,
Okay.
not what people are agitating for.
Okay.
Now, is there Yamu as a political candidate that is vying for an office? A lot of people have said so many things about it. I've never seen anything wrong with him as a political person.
Yeah.
And people say he's been there with the Benedict, he's been there with the Shumule, he's been there. It's all there, everybody's saying.
Yeah.
And if you look at his political career, he has only been the third secretary in the governor office. He hasn't occupied vice governor. He has never been to the House of Assembly.
Yeah.
He has never been his first secretary to any office. And now looking at his manifestos over the years,
Yeah.
he came up with when he campaigned with Pedro as his campaign manager. He came up with a manifesto that we all seen. I respected it man for quite a long time, but during the past election, they did something out of the ordinary that the people were amazed. Even though Shumule tried to rubbish his name, and this man stand tall. And if not for political malpractices and political corruption, that man would have emerged as the governor.
Okay.
And the state we are today, we are lacking so many things that you know. If I tell you, you will not believe this.
Okay, I'll give you time to do that, but just 2 minutes, please. I just want to reiterate what you said before, right? You said that you don't believe in it is not a matter of qualifications anyway. That's what you said. I know you were referring to the governor exactly that people are campaigning that he has a lot of degrees and he has experience, he's an economist or whatever, right? Now, tell me, you say the issue was when Oshomole left power, it was based on continuity. That was the reason why Obaseki was put in that governor of Edo State, right? Tell me the areas where Obaseki has lacked in development or infrastructures in education or whatever that you know so far. Give us some hint of what you know that he has failed totally about in the state.
First of all, the state lack. I'm going to put it in a very, very clear place for the people to understand. Edo State today lack water supply.
Okay.
There's no tap water
Okay.
in Edo State.
Okay.
There's no tap water in Edo State.
Mm-hmm.
And the erosion that is creating trouble to people, that people are blaming Oshomole for. We have a government that has been sitting in throne for 4 years now.
Mm-hmm.
4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And now they spend billions to take erosion out of the state.
Mm-hmm.
When the governor came in, he came in as a candidate. He never came in as a political office holder. He has never been a governor. He has always been there as a candidate.
Yeah.
The difference between being a governor sitting on the throne than campaigning right from the onset.
Yeah.
He has been campaigning from the first.
No, my question is that please don't be offended, Jeff. Don't be offended. I said tell me the areas that he has failed. I said okay.
I'm trying to get there.
Okay. Okay. All right.
He has failed to remove the erosion that he has expecting the Edo people.
Erosion.
He has failed to bring insecurity.
No pure water. Yeah.
He has failed to bring electricity to the people, and he has failed to create jobs.
Oh.
To create jobs is very, very important.
Yeah.
The creation of jobs. Edo today is a city of bread and tea. That's
okay.
All
right.
And no one. I've been here. I have office here. I have people on ground.
Yeah.
I went there by myself to see for myself.
Yeah.
When people say Edo is a very beautiful place, I begin to wonder what they see on ground that make it beautiful.
Oh, okay.
Because that's an ancient city that is, the city is over 864 years old.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
Listen.
If you look at the the structure and the way the head do where me al udure ni ma rutu to ya o ha me ya
Okay.
the city is there's nothing to call home about
Okay.
because the if you all the roads are all red sand and nothing at all. They are all full of
Okay.
rubbish dumps.
Okay.
Wow.
Just 2 minutes, please.
Now,
2 minutes, please.
when you talk about the principle
Yeah.
that is ahead, and people begin to say, no, it is the work of the local council. A local council is it's an umbrella under the administrative of the governor.
It's okay.
And the same governor live in the same city with the local government councils. And they're not doing their job. Him as the principal head, get to be held responsible,
That's
held
true.
accountable for the lot because at the end of the day, he is the governor. He called himself the security head of the state. When we have Boko Harams and Fulani herdsmen holding cutlasses at every four corners of the city. If you are there, go to Upper Sakumba, go to Ekenwa Road, go to Goba Hill, and go to Okpaga. You see these Hausa boys with cutlasses. Those days when we were in Benin, we have Biwak. Biwak used to wrap their cutlasses with the plastic, with the paper. They go and hide it in the corner. But right now, these Hausa boys are with their rifle cutlasses in their hand.
Okay.
We all know
Okay. I'll give you time to
power in the state, but security is the first. When we talk about security, it's not just providing police. Security means water. Security means electricity. Security means education.
It's
Where
okay.
they are spent woefully.
Okay.
Education has been
Let's.
for society to rise above this capacity. Education has to be one of the best thing. He has failed completely on that.
Okay.
And he got an award
Just.
as a governor that say, "Oh, I'm the best in the federation." When your teachers are teaching with an umbrella.
Wow.
Hold on, Brother Jeff. Listen, I just want to come back to this issue very well again. Okay. During this, before this program started, somebody sent me certain things on my email, and I want to confirm these things to you. There are pictures, if you, but I wouldn't want to display it on the screen because I'm not advertising Obaseki. I was told that these are for infrastructure. When I say infrastructure, we're talking about construction of a road or maintenance of road or rehabilitation of road, right? I have here with me St. Saviour Road, deed by Obaseki. Lucky Way, deed by Lucky. Akimbare, deed by Obaseki. I'm just giving you the Ihama Road, deed by Obaseki. I also have Boundary Road, deed by Obaseki. Then I have Mushese Road, also deed by Obaseki. Erediawa, deed by this Obaseki. Adesuwa, deed by Obaseki. And then yes, Erediawa, which is one. Adesuwa, deed by Obaseki. Then I have Imumudu Road in Ekboma, which was totally rehabilitated, deed by Obaseki. Ugbo Amagba Road, deed by Obaseki. The list continues, but I'm not going to hold on. I've counted about 12. This is just in Benin City. Okay. Let me finish first. I'm just
go ahead to another person.
I quite understand. Erediawa wasn't done by Obaseki. And my father house is inside there. So if someone telling you he did Erediawa, that person needs to go and check.
When I'm speaking, you listen to. When we are speaking, I listen to you, right? So I will hear each other very well, right? Let me. Abiyiwa. Okay, then I'll come back to you again. We have 1 hour to spend, so everybody has time to talk. Sister Abiyiwa, you listen to brother Jeff, right?
Yes.
I want to say one thing here today. When you are talking, brother, just respect you. We be quiet while we listen to you. And when she is talking to, no murmuring, so that we were able to get each other right. Tell us exactly why you are in support of Obaseki. What makes you to develop this likeness for him, and what has he achieved so far?
Okay. I'm going to take my own back to history
Okay.
of me. I left the home many, many years ago, almost 40 years now.
Okay.
And going back then, Benin was a place where we used to hop up and say we are going to Nigeria because we want to go to Benin, not just Nigeria. Benin was free, everything was free of crime. So at some point, the same Benin city went down during the lucky time where things were so bad, it was so scary. Even parents tells us not to come home.
Yeah.
It was that bad. So we all begin to watch from a distance.
Yeah.
Of course, we all have families there. And then after the lucky time come Oshomole, which Oshomole now begin to try to clean up,
Yeah.
and try to bring us back home, which in the first tenor, he did very well. Second time, we begin to hear little things, but even though the cleaning up started from Oshomole, so continuation of Obaseki went on. Okay? So for me, why I support Obaseki, one, I want to go back to we are too much in a hurry as Nigerians, not as the Benin's.
Okay.
We don't have patience. Obaseki, as soon as they swore in Obaseki, the Benin, most people start on the media, oh, Obaseki must leave. Under a few months, Obaseki must leave. Obaseki must leave. We all begin to wonder, what is it? This man just got in there. In fact, he's still looking at the paperwork. Obaseki must leave. Started from there. So for me, I have a senior brother who has just retired as a principal. So I have people in the educational part of it, which Obaseki really did a good job. If you talk about schools in the state, it's just 3.5 years. It cannot get all done overnight. We go stage by stage, which today I see some schools have been done, and he's still doing. It's not done yet. I'm not even going to focus on roads, because if you go to Benin now, I live in United States. Benin, I'm proud to go to Benin. I used to go to Nigeria and stop in Lagos and tell my people to come and meet me in Lagos. Now I go to Benin freely. Now there's nightlife in Benin. Okay?
Yeah.
So now, that's why I say I'm not going to talk about the roads, because Benin is clean. You can park in the markets in Benin now like we park in the supermarkets here. During the time, the traders there's no roads. They are selling tomatoes in the middle of the first lane. Now there's parking space in Benin. Edo State is clean. You see people cleaning the streets. It is clean. Look at the campaign that they are all doing. Just watch the background. It is not going to be done overnight. It's so much left. It's coming from over 20 years. Oshomole did his. Obaseki continue. So if you are thinking that Obaseki should just go back to say, Oshomole, okay, Sakbomba Road, you stop here, I continue, then upper mission will not be done. So it is 3.5 years is not enough to complete something that have been dead for so many years.
Yes.
So why I'm supporting him is he's touching all the areas. You don't expect it to be done overnight. We all run overseas. We say we want to be there. It's clean and good. Why is it good? It's because they say let him or her finish. When they finish, the other one continue. You don't just jump up under 1 year or 3 months and say the man has not done anything. That means there's something beyond what we are looking at. So when the man cried out to say it's about money, why won't somebody like me believe when in 3 months you are saying he hasn't done anything? So I am saying that from what I see, I like what I see. And I think that's why the masses, everybody is saying Obaseki must continue. It is 4+4 because everybody wants him to finish, just like we allowed Oshomole to finish. Even if he did not finish, we didn't blame him because it has been dead before Oshomole got there. So Oshomole picked up and began to clean. So let Obaseki clean more so that my brother Izeyamu can also pick up from there. I don't have anything against both. I have something against the impatience of our people.
Okay.
So I stand strongly to say we should allow him to complete it, what he started.
Okay.
We shouldn't cut him short because if we bring a new one right now, the new one is not going to pick his. The new one is going to come with his. So we are always going to be halfway. So let him finish. It's my own way of supporting him. I
Okay.
see a lot of things that he is doing, and I think we should allow him to finish.
Okay, I'll come back to
That's
that.
my own.
Thank you very much, Mr. Biayiwa from Houston, Texas. I do understand that my brother from UK is with us online now. Mr. Johnson, did I say right? Are you with us, please?
Yeah, I'm right here with you.
Okay, good evening. You were able to make it. Good evening, my big brother. You're looking very sweet this evening, eh? Wow.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, before you came in online today, we were discussing about these two. My gentleman from Australia is Jeff Osayande. He's a strong supporter of Zeyamu. He believes that Obaseki has failed us totally in Edo State. That everywhere in Edo State is red mud, in education, in infrastructures, in everything. I thought he has totally failed. That he did not take the hand of Oshomole or try to continue for what Oshomole started. So that's the more reason they needed to go and make a change. That Zeyamu look to him as somebody who has enough experience in political issues to handle Edo State very well. Right. So please introduce yourself very well to the audience and let me know who is your candidate that you want to retain or to come in as a governor in Edo State, and tell us why you are in support of this candidate. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. My name is Johnson Odiase. I live in Nottingham, United Kingdom.
Okay.
My preferred candidate in this forthcoming election is Governor Obaseki.
Can we hear the reasons, please?
Can you hear me?
No, yeah, I'm hearing you. Can we hear the reasons why you're supporting the Obaseki?
Okay. I think we have come a long way in this present dispensation, and I am not part of those that assess governors based on the number of roads he tied and the number of primary school he painted and all this stuff. No, I don't do that. I base my assessment on the institutional building or capacity of that of the governor.
Wow.
So Governor Obaseki have demonstrated that what is required in Edo State is the institution that we need to build, not the roads, and not the primary school, and not the secondary school. Oh. And once you build the institutions will correct other lapses in the society. Wow. And this is where he has capitalized on, and he has done very well in doing that. So in my assessment, he has been tested, he can be trusted, and he can lead Edo State to the next level if we give him another chance. So people clamoring for Obaseki removal or stop his administration are those few Nigerians that have paraded themselves around the corridor of power for a long time. They have benefited from these lapses in the decay in the institutional of governance in Nigeria. So they capitalizing on that, they benefited a lot. So once they see someone coming in to restructure or to rebuild the institution that will correct them and deprive them of that their entitlement which they ascribe to themselves, they're very angry. They can be desperate. And this is what is going on in Edo politics. Wow. And I believe that Governor Obaseki will lead Edo State to the next level. And we all, whatever means we have, those that are opposing him, they have their right to oppose him. So what is important in this election is that we have never been in this level of political debate before. Yeah. You know, so everybody is interested, everybody is participating, which is very good and healthy for our democracy. So I believe Obaseki is progressing. And the only way we Edo people can move forward is to endorse and support a progressive government that is fighting for the interests of the entire people of Edo State. While the other candidate is fighting for the interest of few that want to dominate the power. And that's why he's there.
Thank you very much, Mr. Yes, look, this is a great analysis you just gave out today. The first time I'm seeing someone coming on board not to look into construction of roads or maybe painting of houses or schools or whatever. But I want to go back to my brother from Melbourne in Australia, Mr. Jeff Osayende. You heard what Mr. Johnson said, right? He said his assessment is not about all what we're talking about now. His assessment is a man that is trying to build a well-standard institution. So institution means that the way things is being done, the way government is being run, that is the problem we have. That is the reason why we don't have good roads, good hospitals, good schools. That if that structures is placed down and they are equipped with the structure, they become aware of the structure and be used to the system, so things will get better very, very soon or soonest. So I want you to look at what he said. Do you see anything that you can add or can you disagree on what he just said now?
Yeah, I completely disagree because the institution is already there. If the institution is not there, we don't have a state. And secondly, Nigeria is governed by a constitution. So when you say someone want to, I know a lot of people are agitating for 8 years, but one thing people face to understand is this. As a governor, you only have 4 years. That is what the constitution permitted you to do. And if you ever got it right and you'll be voted back by unanimous consensus of the people, of the people, that is, you play the politics of the people and play the politics of the party, then you'll be voted back to do 8 years. It's not a right or obligations that you must do 8 years. And that is where people fail to understand that the Nigerian constitution allowed you for 4 years. Apart from that, if you look at the momentum Obaseki was voted on, right from the onset, we all knew it was imposed on Edo. It wasn't the right choice. But here we are, he's there already. Are we supporting him to continue to do his job? Yes or no? That everybody have to put on his goggle and look clearly. Is he one we voted for, or we just wanted him to stay there? And like my brother said in UK, said he's building an institution. Edo State started way back from the Western region before it became the Bended State we are before Edo State. So the institution is already there. Let me take you back to it.
And just 2 minutes, please. I will let you finish, but I just want to be very clear of what we're talking about, building a strong or a capable institution. I want to explain that one very clear so you will get to know exactly what we're talking about now. The Ministry of Education is existing right from time from Midwestern region. Ministry of Agriculture has been there. Ministry of Works has been there. What we are saying is that this institution has been established since 1960 something, okay? But are they functioning the way they're supposed to function? This is the reason why he said he is trying to rebuild the institution very well. The buildings are there, but are they functioning the way they're supposed to function?
The institution, like I said before, the institution is there. And
yes, I accept it. I agree.
If you laid an administration and your supposed institution is not functioning, you don't blame you're gonna blame yourself as a head. So that's what I mean. The foundation is laid, everything is there, the structure is there, and all he needs to do, if he come here as a governor and say, okay, the institution is not functioning well, I need to put things in place. Good for him.
Okay.
But when he have an award as the best governor on education, that's where I laugh so loud that if you go to the Ministry of Education, you will find grass cutter inside there, and you will find antelope. You can even find kangaroo. The building it's not there at all.
Yep.
I'm not joking or trying to put him down.
No. Because of what you said, Jeff, your words are very funny. But hold on, I will still come back to you. I'll give you time before I go to Mr. B. for Johnson. I want to ask you one question because this is very clear, clear evidence, right? I'm giving you two examples, right? Do you know Yaya Bello from Kogi State?
Yes.
I'm talking about Jeff. You know, Jeff, you heard about the governor of Kogi State, Yaya Bello.
Yeah.
Okay. Yaya Bello, to you, we all knew in the campaign. We had what happened in the campaign, right? Even the wife of the president knelt down. Even Kaduna Erufai knelt down. They all went there and needed and begged the people that they know he failed, that they should give him the second chance to become the state governor. So what happened this time around in Edo State? One. Then let's go back to Lagos again too. Abode in Lagos State. Why did the APC remove Abode? They never said that he has not performed so well. Okay? So can you convince me now, if a governor that did not perform very well, they went and kneeled down for Kogi to give him the second chance, and the governor that performed very well in Lagos State, they have no reason at all. They remove Abode and keep somebody dead too. So can you convince me that this is not about who no man, or a governor who can carry the reference of what Mr. Johnson said just now, that these are people who want to care for the few, which are the party members, the party leaders. Okay? Can you explain that aspect to me? The reason why Bello, Lagos State government was removed, Yaya Bello was installed back again.
Politics. There's two aspects to it.
Is
you
that
are elected to serve, you cannot carry the political party himself. Along.
Okay.
The political party that bring you, you have to carry them along. And if you drop them and say, okay, I am the governor of the state, this is what I'm going to do.
Okay.
And the political party that brought you in, and you sideline them, obviously something going to happen.
That's what happened in the Baseki's case, right?
That is where Abode have his own issues.
Okay.
He was the governor of Lagos State, but he never carried the political party that bring him to party to begin to existence along.
Okay.
So that's where they got in chop of.
But was Abode voted in Lagos State to serve the party or to serve the people of Lagos State?
You see, like I said this clearly.
If
it's two sections to the political party.
Yeah, it's two. I know.
You said so. You from the political platform to serve the people.
Okay.
Now, once you are elected, you are obliged by their code of conduct and their policies to open your ear.
Okay.
And this other ear to the people.
Okay.
And if you close this one and only listening with this,
you are gone.
bound to be issues.
Okay. Thank you very much. Just 2 minutes, please. Let me just go back to Sister Abiyawa. Sister Abiyawa, are you with us?
I'm here.
I just want to give you a very short story, right? I watched the settlement that happened in Oba Palace 3-4 days ago, right? I saw Omonoba Nedo Oba Erewari II analyzing how Obaseki came to power. That before time, Oshomole came to him personally because they were good friends before he becomes the monarch, right? So he came to, I'm quoting the Oba of Benin right now. He said he came to him and explained, he said, he asked him, he was the one to ask him on their usual outing, like they were just distant. So look, who is going to be your successor? How is he going to look like? He said, look, Epa, don't worry. When time comes, I will come and give you a report. He said, after some time, he came again. Then he now remember him. You told me, he said, yes, I've concluded my mind. I'm handing over to Obaseki. He now asked him, he said, he didn't even say, he said, that is his choice, Obaseki or nobody. He said, so he did not allow him to suggest or anybody to give idea. He just imposed him. He now asked him, what are your reasons? He said, look, my sources from the beginning to the end has been the brain work of this gentleman. And this man is the only man in Edo State that can continue with my legacy in Edo State. Oba of Benin said he did not reply him, neither no or yes. He said Oshomole was so worried that he even went as far as inviting Dangote to meet him in Uselu when he was in Idake. The same thing Dangote begged. He said at the end, Dangote stands as a guarantor. So if this man did not perform well, he stands as a guarantor. He said, look, it's not his business. I'm just a monarch. Okay. He said he reserved his statement. He said, but 75% of the Edo elite politicians in Edo State disagreed of bringing Obaseki to power. Okay. So he was shocked when he started seeing what is happening now till today. Now, you heard what Mr. Jeff just said, that if you are in politics, one ear is to the party, the other ear is to the people. But I want to know, there must be one out of these two things that is utmost. You understand that it's more important to development in the society. So what do you take of what he's just said so far now?
So which one do you want me to answer?
What I'm saying is that this is where he stands. My brother Justin said Obaseki is building institution, reorganizing the institution of Edo State, right? Yeah. He now said the institution has been existing for years. There's no need of building it. It's been there already. That if they fail, it is the government that make it to fail. He now started giving instance when I told him that there are governors who never acted or okay. So do you believe on that school of thought of his?
Yes. So first of all, the institutions have been there, but at some point I mentioned it.
Yes.
That at some point they went dead. That's why I mentioned it.
Okay.
That they went dead. So what Obaseki is doing now is, I can use the word refurbish. Obaseki is not building new things to commission. Obaseki is bringing back what we have in existence, just to answer to Mr. Jeff. Yeah. Bringing them back, cleaning them up, and making them to be useful, so that we can now, enjoy what we have, instead of lavishing, rebuilding, and living in halfway. So I want to answer that. So going back to what the monarch said, yes, it's okay to make peace, to maintain peace, so the election can move on. But we cannot have a governor or president or anybody that answer to certain people and not to the masses that voted them in. If it's like that, those few people can as well just vote the people in, so that they can continue from there while we follow. Or the public, right now, they are running campaign. They're asking people to vote them in, right?
Yeah.
So those people are the masses. So when they vote you in, you have to you have to work for the masses, not for certain group, not for the elites. If it's for the elite, let the elite vote them in.
Okay.
So, so the governor is refurbishing. I can use that language. Refurbishing, cleaning out what we have in existence. I will still go back to education. Look at Benin Technical College. Yes, we have Benin Technical College. So, okay, we can just leave it like that. No, the man said, no, we don't have to build a new one. Let's clean out what we have and upgrade it to the modern system.
Standard.
So today, Benin Technical College have been upgraded. So Ministry of Education have been upgraded. Benin High Court have been upgraded. He did not build a new High Court. He cleaned it out and upgraded it. So many things that the man is doing, when they say wait and see, he upgrade, he clean out the old one, rebuild it and put it up to standard. Okay. So that's just my simple answer.
Then let me go back to my brother from Nottingham, Mr. Junction of the IC. You had what it's like you and Mrs. Tabiwa are on the same track. We are pointing on that aspect of it. That it's just like somebody saying you train them up to a standard. From there they use their own the system you show them. They continue with it and work on it to build up a very good institution. But when you just use that word that Obaseki is building up institution, right? You heard what Mr. Jeff said. He said, look, those institutions were there before. Right, but Sister Bewana said, look, we know he's not building new schools, new houses, new administrative blocks or whatever, but he's trying to clean or not set it up in a standard form, right? So, but what are the areas? Because what we hear today is that they say he failed in education, he failed in infrastructure, he failed in health, he also failed in, what did they say again? In carrying the party along. What is your take about all these complaints they are giving?
Yeah, I think my sister have just said it all. What I mean by building institution is that it's strengthening the already existing institution that were weak before, and it is this institution of government that help to enhance the policies of government. Without those institutions, there's no way a governor can be effective. You understand? If you look at the way Governor Obaseki has been going with his program of this institutional building, you will understand with me that if you tie a road like Adam, let me go back to Mr. Comrade Adam Oshomole Richie. Most of those roads and the schools and the Red Roof Revolution we talk about, most of them are not in existence today. Most of them have dilapidated. So we need institutions that will continue from time to time and refurbish and reconstruct and maintain this institution. I mean, this structure. If these institutions are not there, there is no need for government. That is my take on that.
Yeah.
What was your other question, please?
They said he failed in infrastructure in Edo State, right? They also complain about not having light, because Mr. Jeff said it, that we don't have lights in Edo State. We don't have potable water in Edo State.
Thank you. Let me go back to that.
Light
that
is federal.
Talk about of that light and everything. You found out that this governor, if you look back during Comrade Adam Oshomole administration, the price of crude oil was 140 by dollar.
Yeah.
As since Obaseki came into power, the price of crude oil has collapsed, and the only source of revenue for government in Nigeria is
the federal government.
Crude oil.
Yeah.
But right now, because of his prudence and his administrative skill, he has been able to manage the resources, the meager resources that is coming to the states.
Yeah.
Paid salary, tied. I just came back from Nigeria about 8 months ago.
Yeah.
A lot of roads has been tied in Benin. You mentioned some of them in your prelude.
Yeah.
Some of those roads, and I saw them with my two naked eye.
Yeah.
I don't want people to relate that to me, and you can't dispute that. So this governor have proven himself to be a good manager, and that's what we need in Edo State today. A person that can manage the resources. It is going to be worse next year. If he say he will become the next governor, Edo people will suffer because he cannot have enough resources to carry the political elite along. Like my friend in Melbourne has just said, you must carry them. What he means by carry them along is to give them contracts that they will never execute. Is to give them money and share money to them. That is what he means by carrying them along. So if you decide to be prudent and operate in a way, in a real managerial SP, they term you as not carrying them along. So I think Obaseki has demonstrated that he can manage the resources of those states to the interest of the majority, not to the interest of the few. And this is why we must stick with Obaseki, because it's a man that has been tested and he can be trusted.
Wow.
Yamu has been tested equally. He has been in the government all his time. He has been in the cabinet. He has been in politics all around. But whether he can be trusted, I think he cannot be trusted, because he kind of politics is a politics of carrying along, which we, the Edo people, don't need at this time.
Good. Thank you very much, Mr. Johnson. Thank you very much.
The betterment of the people.
Okay. Because I saw a question from Mr. Kingsley, one of our viewer who is following us live now. He asked a question. Mr. Jeff, you answer this question because the question is directed to you. He said, if Oshomole could not fix erosion problem in 8 years, why do you expect Obaseki to achieve that in less than 4 years? Up to you, Mr. Jeff.
Very, very clear question, man. Thank you very much for bringing that question to light.
Kingsley is asking you that question. So our viewer.
Yeah, Kingsley, thank you very much, because you are. I believe you are on ground wherever you are watching. Thank you for coming online.
Yeah.
The issue of erosion is a continuation issue. The administration of Oshomole was a master plan of Obaseki. He master planned the erosion elimination.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to throw back the question back. Once he picked up the matter of power, why did he disintegrate from it? You get a point.
No, now, he disagree on that, Mr. Jeff, eh? He just quoted, let me just help you on that. He said all the contractors that Oshomole was using before he came as a governor, he never changed any contractor. And see, let me just add to that. You see, Texami Road, Iyoba, I remember I went to Ola Primary School, St. Andrew, many years ago. Since 1982, that area was no go area. Since 82, it was deteriorating every day. Oshomole did the 5 junction. But at this moment now, have you seen what is happening there at the Yoba area there in Texami Road? We were told that they refused to do it because Tumblr was in PDP. For 8 years, they abandoned Texami Road. So go ahead.
You see, erosion issue has been a pandemic issue in Edo State for quite a long time.
The whole Nigeria.
Yeah, we are discussing Edo State at the moment.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to know.
Yeah, and if somebody tell me that a governor can abandon a project, where I live now, it's a continuation. When the other government comes in, it's not going to look at what political party that was fixing it before.
Yeah,
it will start from there. If there's any corruption problem, they will probe it. Now, there's a 30 billion project mastermind by the current governor.
Yeah.
And then when he comes into power, all those contractors they are saying is still there, they never change it. They are all fallacy. Afro Invest is what Obaseki is using. That is his own personal company. He's not using any contractor from somewhere else. He's using his own personal company. So for someone to come to tell you a governor is using Oshomole contractor, that's all lies.
Okay, Setotrack is which contractor?
Let us face the fact. When you say corrupt government, corrupt government, I can hardly tell you 3 billion were borrowed from Exim Bank for the construction of Ekenwa Road that has been abandoned for the past 3 years. Where the money went? My brother is right there in the prison behind you in Italy with 800 million naira. So
no.
Jeff,
that was the best commissioner. And when you say education, education is a skill. To me, I take education very, 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 very important in the life of everyone. For a state to grow, education has to be the most ultimate priority.
Okay.
And someone tell me Red Roof is being
let us not divert from the issue.
Master plan of Obaseki.
Mr. Jeff, let us not divert from the issue. Now you said he abandoned the project where Oshomole did it. He abandoned it. That's why we have erosion now. Okay, hold on. You just mentioned about education there just now. What do you understand by Edo best? Why are other governors in Nigeria emulating the system of Edo now?
Let me tell you,
if it's a fair system,
all those things in the media. Obaseki is financially sponsoring all those propaganda. Nothing is in Edo. We should face reality. My brother rightly said he was in Edo 8 months ago. I was there about 9 or 10 months ago.
Okay,
Jeff, I was there on ground.
Before I leave you,
all I'm saying is not somebody calling me on the phone.
Okay, let's forget about that now. Okay, now let me go to an area that I can know they cannot deny this. Vivid, you cannot deny this, right? Let's go back to salary payment for government workers, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Can you compare the accuracy of payment to workers with Oshomole era and the Obaseki era? Second question, can you also compare the pensioner in Edo State, the way they receive their money constantly with Oshomole's era, even when the petroleum oil, according to Johnson, was $149 per barrel? How do you see to that?
Question. You see, everybody work to get paid. Now, you make an instance with Oshomole started building. All this for Obaseki to have a soft landing. Somebody is going to come to me to campaign and say, I'm paying salary for a worker that has worked to receive a salary. Because the other previous government did not do it, and I do it, that give me the right to remain there as a governor. To me, a pensioner who has worked for his salary need to get paid. If because the other government did not pay it and I'm not paying it.
It's no achievement, right?
It's not a political right.
I like you, You are a trained politician. You are a trained politician, I swear.
Go back to Oriomo.
Yeah.
Go back to Oriomo.
Yeah.
The Oriomo is 14 months behind in the salary payment.
Local government or state government.
And the chairman over there is from Agbo. It's not even from Edo. It's not a Benin person.
And it doesn't really matter about that. If he lives there, he has right to contest.
I know him personally. Okay. I'm not trying to make it up.
Anyway, hold on. Let me first of my fans, my followers here on this channel today that Kingsley has another question again, but let me quickly read let me quickly say this one before I read the Kingsley's questions, right? First, every view that anybody share here today on this channel, it is not our personal view. It is the belief and the view of the guest that we have here today in this channel. Okay, so please, Kingsley said, hold on. Did he also sponsor the Lagos State governor to declare that Lagos State is copying the Edo best?
Is that a question to me?
It should be for you. Yeah, you say he sponsored those things now.
Thank you very much for that question.
This is your last one, please. Before I go back to the rest of the roundup.
I'm going to say this clearly. Ekiosa was born down. He promised to give 100 million.
Yeah.
And when it was a pipe burst in Lagos, Obaseki channeled 200 million to them and abandoned the Ekiosa market. Does that answer the question? When we say mismanagement in the name of transparency and accountability, I'm not seeing it.
It's okay. It's okay. Let me go back to Sister Abiyiwa. But please, we're almost coming to the last. Just in 2 minutes, each and every speakers in 2 minutes. I want you just to wrap up this discussion, telling us the reason why we must vote for Obaseki, why we must vote for Izeyamo, and just letting those who are going to vote that day, because not everybody have PVC, and most of us might not be able to go to Nigeria to go and do this to participate in this election, because we just heard that the airport opened today. But I'm yet to see the flights that will land tomorrow morning. Until any flight land, in Europe, I won't believe it. Okay. So, Sister Abiyiwa, just in 3 minutes, tell us in a small way the way you can be able to convince the electorate to go and vote for Obaseki.
Okay, thank you. Number one is Obaseki that is able to stop the Agberos in Benin.
That one is, yes.
The CDA.
Yeah.
And that is now that people get paid. I remember my brother-in-law who worked with Edo State government during the time of Oshomole.
Yeah.
At one time, when I went home, said, Auntie, I have not received salary for 1 year and 7 months. I say, you are lying. He said, no. Ask my colleague. I went to their office. It was a fact. Now, when Obaseki came on board, Obaseki paid back all that arrears, paid all of them. So I am encouraging people to vote for Obaseki because Obaseki is there to bring back the Edo that we all used to be proud of. So that way we can have our Edo back instead of Agberu taking over, because Agberu for me is a branch of armed robbers. So we don't want that. Now we are safe. Now we have nightlives back in Benin City, and we want this to continue. Just to please give me 1 more minute.
Go ahead.
I listened to one of the former Agberos who was interviewed that said that when Obaseki came on board, Obaseki called all of them and said, thank you all very much. Now I'm not the governor. I have a program for you people to train. When you go through this training, you can be able to upgrade yourself. By this ticket they give to this market women, will do it in a more professional way. And this is how much I'm going to be paying you guys every month as salary. The Tigers and the Lions said, no, they are too big for that. This guy said, he went back home, had a second thought about it, and said, no, sir, I will go for the training. He said him and some other ones went for the training. After that first training that lasted a couple of months, Obaseki said, if you want to be a supervisor, you can upgrade and go further for more training. He said they did. And he said he wore white uniform, white and white, like a student. He said when they graduated. He said, so today, it's no longer part of that Agberu that go out there to beat market women, but a professional that get paid from the state government. And that is part of helping our people, getting our people out of these criminal acts, getting our people out of finding a way to cross through the desert to go overseas and say there's no work in Benin City. Whereas there is work there. If you stay on top of your salary, it becomes a revolving amount that you spend. You'll be contented and satisfied with it. So that is my contribution. Please, people should vote for Governor Obaseki so he can continue what he started to put our Edo back to where we used to be at in the 70s and in the 80s. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, my sister. God bless you. My brother Johnson Odiase, please, a round up a conclusion about, tell us exactly the reason why we must vote for Obaseki and give us, at least convince the electorate in Benin especially, telling them exactly what to do.
Yeah, I think the election that is coming, the choice is very clear. It is either you vote for chaos, you vote for trouble, you vote for Agberos, or you vote for hope, you vote for prudent. So Obaseki have proven that he can be very, very disciplined with power, despite the provocation and the distraction. He has been very, 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 very reserved and not use his power in a wrong way. So if you look at the way the society Edo is now, the bus drivers, they enjoy it. The market women, no more fighting and beating market women, collecting money by force. So the system is so organized, and this is what we want. So if you want this system to continue, you must mobilize not only yourself. Talk to your family, come up and vote for Obaseki. Let this system continue. But if you want chaos, if you want fight, if you want Agberu to take over our streets, then you can choose the other side. So I believe Obaseki is the right man for the right job. He's very disciplined and prudent and can manage the resources of the Edo State people for the Edo people, and not for the few greedy ones that feel they are entitled and they have rights to control the whole entire population of it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Odiase. We are almost coming close to this end, but I want to let Mr. Jeff Osayende, please, Mr. Osayende, tell us, talk to those who are going to vote with their PVC, tell them the reason why they must make a change now and vote for Ezeyamu.
Thank you very much. My viewers and listeners around the world, Ezeyamu is the right person to be voted into power. The propaganda about the Agberu is all lies and fallacies, and there's nothing like Agberu. And what they did when Obaseki came to power was changing the shirt they are wearing. They just changed it. The Agberu is still there. If you are in Ring Road, you see them beating passengers in the car. It's there. I've been there and see it all with my naked eyes. So we want transparency, we want accountability, we want someone to be held responsible for any failure. So there's nothing like Agberu. It's only a propaganda. Ezeyamu is not an Agberu person, and everyone knows him, and he has been in the government house, but he has never ruled. So I believe voting for Ezeyamu is voting for a right direction. There's not going to be any chaos. Don't believe in any propaganda. Don't believe in any talk about business. To me, it's just a distraction. It's just a distraction.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jeff. My fellow viewers.
It's just a distraction.
Hello. Okay, thank you very much.
To rule the country.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jeff. Let me thank you specially, at least for keeping to your promise. You wake up by 4 a.m. in the morning and join us today. As I said before, this is a standard way of sharing each other's views, So you can be in B and I can be in A. We are all one Nigeria and we belong to that same state. So your view is being respected. Anybody's view is respected. It's very lovely this evening, right? So I would not want to come here and say, look, this one what you are saying because you are not. No, everybody said what he believes. What he thinks is the right thing. It is not left for those who are going to vote that very day to pick what is just said now and evaluate it and go there and cast their vote for the rightful person. So once again, I thank you, Mr. Odiase Johnson. I thank you, Sister Abiyiwa, for hooking up with us. And I do hope to see you again next Saturday, probably next Saturday. But thank you very much once again. Though it's so lovely being with you guys this evening, Here is in the evening. In your place is in the morning. While we're in the afternoon, you still tells us, right?
It's 5:15.
Yes.
Okay. So thank you very much once more again. Please, I want to let the viewers know.
But before I go,
I
want to, where can I find this video to replay it back?
You just go to my channel. TDV.
On YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube, yeah.
All right.
Don't worry, I will send it to you after we finish. I will send it to you, right?
All right.
I will send it to you now. I love what you did today. I gave you a very short notice and you were here with us. So we hope to work with you till after the election too. And I will still need you after the election too. Okay?
Thank you.
I wish you the best of luck for your candidate. I wish you the best of luck to what they are saying with your candidate and Sister Abiyiwa too, you know. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are in conclusion of this segment this evening. And we hope to come back again very soon on this same topic. The final topic is going to be very soon because the election is on the 19th, and I think the last day is on Thursday for campaign, whether in the media or whether in the physical, you know. So I want to let everybody know here today is that we started doing these things today in a very clean atmosphere. The three people that comes here today that we invite to this place here are from Edo State. They are Nigerians. So everybody has the right to express his or her view in any political arena or wherever you are in any topic. So I wish all my fellow Nigerians, the Edolites in Benin, should please get it clear. Oba of Benin have said it, that this is not a civil war. It is just an election. We are not doing national election or presidential election. We are doing state election. You see what happened in the palace. Obaseki and Izeyamu embraced themselves. And I'm very sure one of these weekend they can go out and eat together. So don't go and kill yourself. I said it before. Check all these persons you are seeing on campaign team. None of their sons, their daughters are there campaigning for them. So if they ask you to come and campaign, do your best and leave the rest for God. Do not take arms into your hand or put laws into your hand, because this time around, when you are caught, you suffer for it a lot. So I beg you all that we're going to cross the curtain this evening now, that next time again, we'll be coming again for a very, very special one to everybody. So thank you all, and God bless everybody. We hope to see you very soon. Don't forget anyway, do subscribe. Bye-bye, my viewers, and bye-bye, everybody, my guests. So please, I will hook up with you next time again. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.